NFTs are back. The NFT bull run is here. This is a narrative I've been hearing all week all over the timeline. And to all the people pushing this narrative, I'd like to ask you, is the NFT bull run in the room with us right now? Don't get me wrong, I want to see NFTs pump. I want to have a similar run on NFTs like we just saw with Memecoins. But I don't understand why we're celebrating a 10 to 20% pump from all-time low prices when the assets themselves are still down like 90% from all-time highs. So today I want to discuss when I believe NFTs are actually going to make their comeback, what metas I believe can do well under current market conditions, upcoming whitelists I believe are going to be profitable, as well as the overall crypto markets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice, and if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, YouTube changed how their algorithm works. So now it is super important for me to get likes on these videos. So you're doing me a service by hitting that like button. It's free to do. It's right there. Thank you. So let's first talk about the secondary NFT market before getting into some upcoming whitelists. If any of you still open Blur, you would have noticed that it's green across the board across most collections. And a lot of them are up 10, 20, even 30% on the 7-day. And this is really what people have been celebrating, right? Apes are up from sub 10 to 12.5 ETH, so up 2.5. We have Pudgies up roughly 1 ETH. We have Mutants up 0.5. Even D-Gods have been doing well ever since they made their shift and they started treating it more like a meme coin. They also went back to Solana, but they moved from Discord to Telegram. They've been referring to their market cap rather than the floor price. And overall, the collection has seen a nice pump. Now, I love seeing this, but I don't think we're out of the woods by any means. The overall market sentiment is not risk on. And I don't mean crypto. Crypto is extremely risk on. We are all trading brand new meme coins on Pump Fund every single day. We like risk. I'm talking about investors in every single market. The overall macro of the world is not risk on. We haven't seen rate cuts happen yet. We aren't printing dollars like we were back in 2021. The election is still up in the air on who can win. People are still calling for a recession, but most importantly, retail has not returned barely to crypto, let alone NFTs. NFTs are a rabbit hole they have to dive down and go even more risk on. So until they come back to crypto, until people see their altcoin bags pump, I don't believe we're going to get that pump in the NFT market. Now, if we look at the data on Dune, we did have, this is only Ethereum, we did have a day with 8 million in trading volume. This is pretty much the NFTs are back spike that people are celebrating. But if we scroll down to unique buyers, you'll see that since July 1st, we have not had a single day with over 3,000 unique buyers. We've even almost gone under 2,000 unique buyers in a single day. So I think we're celebrating way too early. We have a long way to go. And until people feel rich again, they're not going to be aping into NFTs. It's just going to be the same 12 people playing hot potato. But once the altcoin market does take off, once people feel rich and invincible and like they're super smart traders, they're going to look for the next casino. And hopefully that casino is going to be the NFT market. Now, one thing you can learn from this is which collections are pumping and which ones are sustaining a decent floor price. So it's not just a 3-hour pump and dump. It's actually something people are collecting and they believe is going to do well once NFTs actually start to take off. And then similar to altcoins, I believe money is going to flow into the majors, then it's going to flow down and continue to trickle down into the smaller caps based on whatever narrative people are buying that week. Now, just because we aren't getting the NFT bull run that people are praying for doesn't mean there's not money to be made on the secondary market or through whitelists. For example, we just saw this Ordinals mint, which is an NFT mint on Bitcoin. These minted for $18. They ran all the way to roughly $400, so over a 20x return. We also saw this mint on Solana. I believe this is related to that L1 / I call it a meme coin there, which is called Unicornio. This one is on Solana and they ran all the way up to 7 Sol. Same thing on ETH. We saw these producer NFTs pump. We saw Uprising, which was a free mint, go all the way above 0.07 ETH with plenty of chances to get in on the secondary market. So the opportunities are out there if you're paying attention. Now, of course, there's some others that I have been speaking about for a while. We have the super champs. I believe I started speaking about these at 0.06 or 0.07. They are currently at 0.28. We also have GOAT Gaming, which minted, I believe, a week and a half ago. I mentioned in 4 different videos that I would be sweeping these if they have a low enough price, and they minted for 0.05. They were on secondary market around 0.06 for a couple of days, and I ended up sweeping 30 of them all the way up until 0.12, and they're currently sitting at 0.18 ETH. And I have not sold any, as I do believe the airdrop for these is going to be good. Another one that minted back in 2022, but I swept 10 of these. I am currently up 33% on my position. It's sitting just under 0.2, and that is Infinigods. And I just mentioned it with the other two because all 3 projects are quite similar in terms that they have to do with gaming. They have good games that you can actually play and farm for their airdrop, and it's NFTs that are backed by a token. This is what people are looking for under the current market conditions. It's not enough to just go buy an NFT and hope that it goes up and other people buy it. They want to buy something that is actually backed by a token that people are going to use. So that's why I went and swept double digits of all 3 of these collections. And unless the prices go through the roof, I do plan on holding through the airdrops. Now, another collection I have been eyeing is Kip Protocol with their Genesis Pass. At the time of filming this video, I have not purchased them, but I do know holders will be getting an airdrop for the Kip Protocol token. My issue here is I don't know what percentage has been allocated to the community for that airdrop. And they recently doubled in price from 0.03 going to currently a 0.06 floor. And I also noticed they only have 1 trait at the moment, which is unrevealed. So I assume they're going to do some reveal process that has different rarities, and your airdrop is probably going to depend on the rarity that you land. Now, what I like about these guys is they are providing tech for existing clients, meaning they already have revenue that they're generating and they have an actual use case. They have case studies that they can go and show other clients. If you look at some of their tweets, they recently announced that they are managing the $10 million fund to build Open Campus University, which is an educational platform that is going to be using Kip Protocol's tech for their AI. And along with this, they're also going to use the Kip Protocol token in their platform. Now, they also have really good backers like Animoca Brands. They recently announced a $5 million raise led by Animoca. So this is definitely a project that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. And if I do find out what the numbers are going to be for the airdrop, obviously I'll include them in a video, but maybe, I don't know, track my wallet or something to see if I end up sweeping these. That means green light on the airdrop. Next up, as for upcoming whitelists I'm bullish on, they're all in the gaming realm because, like I said, with the other gaming projects I just spoke about, I want NFTs that are backed by a token. I want to know I'm going to get an airdrop or exposure to a token via staking or whatever mechanic they decide to use. So one project that I have recently spoke about in my latest NFT whitelist video is, of course, Jungle. Although I don't expect this project to drop their NFT until at least September, so you still have time to get whitelist if you don't already have it. And they have really strong backers. I've tested their game. I really like it. It's a shooter. It plays well. The mint is free, so no risk if you're a minter, if you have whitelist. And like I said, it is going to get you access to their token. Outside of that one, the others that I'm looking at are all pretty much Gen 2s with a strong floor on their Genesis collection. So the first mint did really well, and now they have a second collection that's going to be launching. And a lot of people speculate because the first one did well, the second one is also going to do well. Some examples of this would be Today the Game. They recently announced their mint for their Mythic Seed collection, which is going to be happening in Q3, so anytime from now until the end of September. And their Genesis mint is currently sitting at a 0.9 ETH floor. I think it hit an all-time high of 1.5 ETH, but after 4 months under these market conditions, it is very impressive that they still have a 0.9 ETH floor. So in my mind, it is a no-brainer to try to get whitelist for their Gen 2, especially that it is a free mint, meaning no risk if you have whitelist. The next one would be L3E7's PFP collection, which they actually let the holders of the Genesis worlds vote on both the price and the supply. So if we take a look at the vote results, which ended just a few days ago, it looks like the price is going to be 0.1 ETH per NFT and the supply is going to be 5,000. This does feel a bit high in my opinion. I wish it was closer to 3,000 if they were going to go with 0.1 and it were potentially a free mint. Obviously, I think free mint would have performed well. It's free, but we'll see how it does. The Genesis collection is still above a 2 ETH floor after a very long time. I round trip this one from 2 ETH all the way to 10 ETH back to 2. So I'm still bullish on what they're doing. They're going to have revenue sharing even for the NFTs here. The mint revenues are being shared with the Genesis holders. So hopefully this one does perform well. And then another Gen 2 collection is going to be for Castile. They are going to be having a Gen 2. Their Gen 1 is currently sitting above a 1 ETH floor. So this is another project I would try to get whitelisted for. Now, real quick, I also noticed that this project, which is out of Exterio called TTT or 3T, they did rebrand to City Shadows. So I'll be really interested to see if they change the look of the game or if it's going to stay like TTT, which did look like a mobile version of Grand Theft Auto. And I know they changed up their mint dynamics a few times. It was originally supposed to be a low supply free mint, then it was going to be a paid larger mint. So I have no idea where they're at with the City Shadows collection, but this is another one I'd be keeping an eye out for, especially with gaming NFTs doing so well under the current market conditions. Now, outside of getting whitelists and flipping them, I think a lot of people are hungry for a random, unexpected degen mint. Just like we saw with Goblin Town, nobody knew it was coming except for insiders. It was free and it ran all the way to 9 ETH. Everybody was bull posting on the timeline. So I know a lot of people are hungry for this. When they talk about an NFT bull run, they're not just talking about the secondary market pumping. They're talking about a random brand new collection being launched. People see it on Catchment and get lucky and make a ton of money. If you don't know what Catchment is, if you've heard of the trenches with Pump Fun, it's the equivalent of the trenches on NFTs. So it would be great to see people bull post a random mint for NFTs instead of just what we see now, which is people posting their profits for meme coins. Speaking of which, I am seeing a narrative being pushed that meme coins are done and this is the end of meme coins for the cycle. I don't believe that is true at all. I think we just had an abundance of coins being launched on Pump Fun and we had some over dilution, and this is just the wave. Right now we had a period where the wave was super high and everybody was posting millions of dollars in profits, and now we're at the bottom of the wave. So I do think they're going to come back, especially on Solana. I know a lot of people were trading meme coins on Tron this week. Personally, I did not partake, but hopefully people made a lot of money. As for the meme coins are dead narrative, they're combining this with a, hey, people want to move their money into altcoins with utility. I don't see any evidence of this. I think people are just trying to force a narrative for their own benefit. I do hope I'm wrong, but I think it's a similar argument to what I said about NFTs. People still aren't risk on and retail isn't here. And I do think we are going to have an altcoin run and a reduction in the Bitcoin dominance in roughly 2 to 3 months, unless of course the market completely nukes from a black swan event. But I think right now for the next, I don't know, 4, 6, 8 weeks is a great time to start stacking dollar cost averaging into the coins that you're really bullish on. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Of course, not financial advice. It is just my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, it's really going to help my video and my channel grow. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.